Aloha and welcome to another episode of Debunking the World. We all know them, we all love them, and we all are frustrated by their blatantly obvious stupidity. Flat Earthers. Today I'll be showing you 5 things that Flat Earthers cannot explain. Of course, if one or more of these things can be explained on a Flat Earth model, which doesn't exist, please let me know in the comments. Insults and single words like refraction explain nothing and will not be taken seriously. Please provide real and full explanations that are observable and repeatable. With that said, let's get going. Number 1. Gravity. It is an indisputable fact that all things accelerate towards the Earth at a rate of 9.8 meters per second square. Normal human beings, of course, explain this acceleration with gravity. Mass attracting mass, proven by the Cavendish experiment. Flat Earthers, being a special breed, shout things like density and buoyancy, without having any clue what exactly these things are and how they work. Density is simply mass per volume, or how much matter sits in a particular space. Oil has a density of 0.92 gram per cubic centimeter, and water has a density of 1.00 gram per cubic centimeter. This means water is heavier than oil, which makes the water push underneath the oil, and hence the oil floats. Buoyancy simply is an object's tendency to float, just like this water ball filled with air is now floating on the water. What our flat earther friends don't seem to understand is that without gravity, their beloved density and buoyancy would not make things fall to the ground. After all, things still fall towards the Earth at an acceleration of 9.8 meters per second square in a vacuum. Within a perfect vacuum, there is no other matter. Meaning density, buoyancy, and air resistance have no effect on how fast things reach the ground here. Now, even if we took gravity out of the equation, why would things fall down? Why not up? Why not sideways? There is no reason things are pulled towards the Earth, except gravity. Some flat earthers mash together wild theories about electromagnetism, but since I don't have a scientific degree, I won't even attempt to try and understand electromagnetism in its depth. If you can't explain atoms, molecules, permeability, or permittivity on a scientific level, you probably also should stay away from such Frankenstein theories made by flat earthers. Point number 2. Sunsets. Every day we can observe the sun disappearing behind the horizon. Of course, this is the case because the Earth is turning on its axis, but flat earthers will claim this to be false. They argue that the sun is much closer to the Earth than generally believed, and at some point is just too far away for us to see. The problem with this idea is that the sun would never touch the horizon at all. It would simply fade out. Shouting things like refraction in this case is just nonsense. There is no proof or even indication that refraction could be the sole cause to make it seem as if the sun is disappearing behind the horizon each day. Either the sun is above a flat Earth and face out above the horizon, or it seemingly touches the ground every day, making a flat Earth impossible. As you guys like to say, trust your senses. Well, my senses tell me a huge flaming ball is crashing into the Earth every single day. Another proof that the Earth cannot be flat is the ability to see a sunset twice in one evening. Check out this footage. Here you can clearly see the sun slowly vanishing behind the horizon, which makes complete sense on a round Earth. Now, if we shoot the drone up into the sky, voila, you can see the sun again. This would be impossible on a flat Earth, since the sun is moving away from our location, and we are not moving towards it. Point number 3. The flat earther's greatest fear. Boats disappearing behind the horizon. We all know the argument, boats don't really disappear behind the horizon. You can zoom in on them and again see the whole boat. If the boat isn't that far away, this is true. However, if you keep filming the boat, it will eventually disappear bottom first, just like in this footage. And here's the comparison between the beginning of filming and the end. Here we have another prime example, just this time the boat is moving towards us, and you can clearly see it appearing from the top first. And again, here's the comparison to make any doubt disappear. My last clip for this point is from a flat earther showing a lighthouse disappearing bottom first. In fact, all of the elevated ground the lighthouse is standing on disappeared. How we can look at this footage and honestly believe there is no curvature is just astonishing. If, in fact, the Earth were flat, we would have to see the ground beneath the lighthouse from both viewing points, 30 meters and 2 meters, no exceptions. Admittedly, there could be some refraction going on, so maybe a little less at the 2 meters viewing height, but refraction alone would not make so much ground disappear from our view. If you are a flat earther shouting at the screen right now, please, without looking anything up, type into the comments how exactly refraction works, what the mathematics is behind it, and how you can prove, using refraction alone, that the elevated ground underneath this lighthouse disappears bottom first. If you cannot do that, you have no right to be upset, because all you have been doing is parroting what you heard on some YouTube video without getting a real scientific explanation. Moving on. Point number 4. Their own model. Yes, that's right. Flat earthers cannot even reliably explain their own model. Hence, most of them are more anti-globe than pro-flat earth in their videos. What they have failed to do so far is to create a map you can do anything with, measuring distances reliably, making any predictions whatsoever, or creating a star map for anywhere in the world. All of these things are done on a globe model. They cannot explain summer and winter properly. Globebusters show us that during the northern hemispheric summer, the sun is closer to the North Pole, and during its winter, it's further away. The problem with this idea is that during summer, the sun would have to move slower because it has less ground to cover in the same amount of time. During winter, the sun would have to move faster. Neither of these things are observable in reality. The flat Earth model cannot even reliably explain day and night. Globebusters show us this, which obviously is a different model from what we have seen before. The issue here is that the sun has to be illuminating precisely half of the Earth at any given time. That's why they have this line in there. But how does light from the sun reach this far away area, but does not reach this close by area? And what happens during summer and winter? Does this line move when the sun moves closer or farther away from the North Pole? These things again do not conform with reality, and no flat earther has succeeded in explaining day and night and the seasons in a single model. Not even one of these things can be explained reliably on a flat Earth. Point number 5. The globe model says the Earth rotates at 15 degrees per hour. This used to be denied by flat earthers until
we were picking up a drift, a 15 degree per hour drift.
There you have it, folks. The Earth is spinning, boats disappear behind the horizon, and we still have no working flat Earth model. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if you want more flat Earth videos. Until next time, God bless.